Hello everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I'm back with the July 2022 Darling Beads monthly subscription box. And inside we see a curated mix typically of glass and gemstone beads and metal components that coordinate and go along with a monthly theme and color palette. I love periodically sharing this one, especially because they ship out of Europe and they ship worldwide. So some of you who aren't able to get your hands on perhaps the US based subscription boxes, this may be a great alternative for you. I do have a coupon code for this one. It is SUMMER2, and I will leave that down below the video as well as the link directly to this subscription. You can sign up for different periods of time, and I believe there's a little bit of a break on the cost if you sign up for a longer length subscription. And when you go on their site, you'll see everything quoted in euros, but that will automatically convert to your currency when you go through the checkout process, so don't worry about that. I believe it's around $40-ish, maybe $37 to $40 if you're in the US, including the shipping cost, just to give you a rough idea. But definitely check out their site for more information, and let's just go ahead and get into this and see what our theme is and check out what's inside. All right, so our contents, of course, are in here, and we have our insert. And we're going to have at least 21 different things to go through today. And our theme is called Strawberry Champagne. That sounds absolutely divine. We've got our beads listed here at the top, and then typically our metallic components are listed towards the bottom, and it looks like we'll have an extra as well. And on the back of this sheet, we have information about the different types of gemstone beads that we have included. It looks like we have a number of them that are going to be inside this bundle. And let's get a sneak peek of what's inside this cute package. All right, so it looks like we've got lots of goodies to go through. I'm seeing some gold tone findings and some juicy berry colors in there. But I'm going to get organized, that way we can go through everything one at a time and look at everything up close. Starting with bag number 1, we have a 40 by 30 millimeter golden strawberry quartz faceted teardrop pendant. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a hole that runs all the way up and down through the length. It's got just the slightest bit of a faceted dimensional cut to it that you can kind of see under the light. And these gorgeous striations of that berry pink and that golden topaz color that run through the clear quartz. In bag number 2, we have an 18 centimeter strand of 6 millimeter faceted twisted glass beads in pale violet red AB. So sort of a light rosaline or peachy pink color, very transparent and very sparkly with that extra AB finish coating that give us those different colors that shine back at us as we move them under the light. And these crystals have sort of an English cut appearance. In bag number 3, we have 8 millimeter faceted round white jade beads in the color called Strawberry. So it has been dyed to this beautiful rosy pink color. I love getting some of these stones mixed in with the glass beads in this subscription, and they have that light, gentle faceting on that smooth and glossy surface. And now we're bringing in a different color. We have some green in bag number 4, which contains a strand of 5 to 8 millimeter size natural peridot chip beads. I'm definitely getting the strawberries portion of this box theme so far with these berry tones. Now we have the green. Look at these gorgeous peridot chips that are all a little bit different. We have a rich green color throughout this strand and that interesting variation in the shapes, which will give us a lot of texture to work with. And then in bag 5, we have some more green with a strand of 4mm faceted round glass beads. And this is quite a generous strand. We have a lot here to work with these sparkly little green glass crystals, and the color is simply called green. This one providing us with a little bit more of an emerald green shade than the olive tone that the peridot chips had overall. And then we have bag 6, and I'm thinking these are some of our champagne bubbles. We have some 6mm round crackle glass beads in the color called tan. And you can see that crackle effect that these have inside of the glass, and that overall tan color letting a lot of the light through and getting a little bit of additional sparkle because of that crackle effect, and bringing us a neutral to pair along with the shades of pink and green. Next is bag 7. This one is holding a strand of 6mm dark red round glass beads. So we have our deeper, richer, more reddish tone with this strand, which will pair beautifully with the lighter berry tones and the peach and neutrals and even some of the greens. I really like the overall color palette, and I think the theme is really unique. And then in bag number 8, we have a strand of 8 by 5mm frosted, faceted, flat round glass beads in dark red. And just like it says, we have our faceted, almost sort of table cut, deep red beads. These have a gorgeous, deep strawberry red color with a more frosted appearance on the top and the bottom where it's flat, and then they are a bit more polished looking on the outside where you see that faceting. And then in bag number 9, we have 10 pieces of 15 by 8 faceted glass cones in gold. These are a really cool shape, and they give off a beautiful sparkle the way that they are cut. They're not quite flat on the bottom. They have that extra shape to them that's a little bit wavy at the bottom, and they catch the light beautifully. This gives us another color to work with, this deeper sort of amber tone, also potentially a neutral. And this color really brings out some of that beautiful golden color that is located in that first pendant that we looked at. Then in bag 10, we have a strand of 4mm faceted round glass beads in the color called dark topaz. Another sparkly crystal glass strand with this deeper golden tone, more of an antique golden color, and another very generous strand with a lot of beads to work with. And a good alternative maybe to bicones in some applications. Instead of going with a 4mm crystal bicone, sometimes you can go with a 4mm faceted round. And then in bag 11, we have a strand of 8mm natural strawberry quartz beads. Another lovely strand of stone beads, which is awesome. These have a lighter and darker appearance depending on the bead. They do let some of the light through. They're kind of a milky shade of mauve or a deeper pinky purple. And then we have bag number 12 containing 15 pieces of 8mm check fire polish beads in peach pink. Really catch the light beautifully. You gotta love the check fire polish with their perfect shape and smoothed out holes and overall consistency, and this is a beautiful peachy color to add to our palette. And this is the last bag for our top section, which is all of our beads. And this is bag number 13 containing a strand of 8 by 4mm long faceted glass bicones in the color called Peru. Figured I'd hold those up to the light just a little bit. I love that unique elongated bicone shape that they have. And these have that lighter golden champagne-like color to them and also a lot of sparkle. Getting into our next section, which contains some of our metal components and some other items, we have bag number 14, which contains 8 pieces of strawberry charms in light metal and then two-tone glass. These are awesome. They sent some of the most fun components and unique components that I'm not used to seeing. These are the two-tone glass, as you can see, pressed together, and they have that fun strawberry shape, even with the look of the seeds. And the color is not all concentrated in one spot, which makes them even more interesting. They have that golden colored metallic loop that is already inserted in there for you, and the bail, and then of course these more flat golden strawberry charms just going along with that theme so adorably. And I don't need to open up this bag. We know what these are. We have 20 pieces of 6mm flower daisy spacers in our golden tone. So you're going to see how the tone of the metal is all going to coordinate together. And because of that and the various sizes and shapes of beads, not all the same thing, it makes this the type of box that works really well to put things together, finish pieces directly from the contents. And then in bag 16, we have a meter of 4.5 by 3.5mm iron cable chain in light gold. So here's a closer look at that. It's coated beautifully, and the color is, like it says, a little bit on the lighter side for gold. You can get gold in all different types of colors, from very pale to very brassy. This is kind of more middle of the road. And it's a really versatile item, whether you're going to use this to cut up pieces for extender chain, or wire wrap things directly onto this, or whatever you want to do with it. There's enough here for multiple projects. Next is bag 17. This is containing 35 pieces of 6 by 2mm golden donut spacer beads. So another great component to have in the coordinating metal, another type of spacer. You could use these to separate some of the glass and gemstone beads that you see below. You can also use these stacked up, for example, like say 3 high, and use those to even further break up some other types of beads, not just using these as a single slice. And they have sort of a large hole, which means you could even use these on some thicker cord. Up next in bag 18, we have 4 pieces of golden colored clasps. And that's always something too that I really enjoy about Darling Beads boxes is they typically send an assortment of clasps. So instead of getting all the same thing, you end up getting different types of toggle clasps and lobster clasps and sometimes other items. But we have 4 different items in one, as you can see, 3 different toggle clasps, 2 of them being pretty simple, 1 with that more ornate leaf detail, and then a simple golden lobster clasp. In bag 19, we have 8 pieces of 22.5 by 11.5 golden leaf charms. So we have a lot of these to work with as well, and they have that really cool cutout detail in varying sizes, so it gives these leaves even more detail and a look of movement. They also are not completely flat. They have a little bit of a waviness to them. And in bag 20, we have 2 pieces of 34 by 20mm golden leaf chandelier links. Another great addition. These would make some beautiful chandelier earring components, or you could use this as an option in a necklace, to use these perhaps in a multi-strand format or some type of connector. They've got that broad leaf-like shape with 5 holes located at the bottom, and then there is a look at the back. And then in our final numbered bag, we have 30 pieces of 4-petal golden flower bead caps. And again, I don't need to take these out. We know what those are, but it's another very handy thing that we can use to go along with these beads and other items. And they have that leafy detail, which goes along with the theme and coordinates with some of our other findings too. And then we have this bag that is labeled extra. Who doesn't want some extra? This one contains a 20 centimeter strand of 4 millimeter round faceted glass beads in the color champagne and 2 pieces of golden sun charms. And there we have it. So we have some of these light, neutral, champagne colored faceted glass rondelle beads, and then our 2 sun charms, which are golden in their tone and coordinate with our other findings. So it's always great to get a little bonus. And that is everything for the July 2022 Darling Beads subscription box in the strawberry champagne theme. I think they did a wonderful job once again with this mix of items included in a really unique palette and theme. It's always fun for me to see what they send because I find that they put their themes together so beautifully, and there's a lot of dimension to the contents, not only in the sizes and shapes of the beads, but just you can see the thought that went into picking everything out and putting this all together. I'm in love with that first focal component that we took a look at. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And there's a lot of potential here to put multiple things together from this box. Another great thing about Darling Beads, they are a small woman-owned business, which is always fantastic to support. And they have been so consistent since they've launched with the types of things that they send and the quality and the thoughtfulness behind it. And every month the theme and the color palette will change, so you'll get a great assortment of all different things to work with over time. So don't forget to check out their website for all of the details, and you can use that coupon code SUMMER2 to save €2 or the equivalent in your currency off of your first box if you'd like to try them out. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these contents or Darling Beads or anything else you'd like to say. Feel free to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed checking out these contents up close, and also be sure to subscribe while you're here because I'd love to have you back. That's all I have for now. I will see you all again real soon. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and as always, happy beading.